Alright, we jumping in late here. Man, because ain't much to really talk about on a road course. And K Cannon just killed himself. Anyway, welcome to Mexico. This nice road course in this nice country. Right now, it's set to host the Inspire Cup Series right now. Jess Story, Matt Hauser, Louis Descartes, Jones, and Peyton Boyle, the top five. And right now, we are going to get a word with a couple drivers. First off, talk to the driver who has yet to lay down a qualifying lap. I'm sure he's getting ready to. Matter of fact, he's already on the racetrack. The man has the odds-on favorite tonight. However, a little bit of challenges for Ben Knert as of right now. Get a word with him momentarily. Let's see if he cannot get a word with Kay Cannon. Kay Cannon, Garrett James up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Damn, I was hoping she hadn't gave up to Mike. Well, buddy, 18th quickest on the speed charts for a driver that's pretty decent at road courses. What in the world's going on with the number 9?
First, I can't believe we're trying to get my girlfriend on the broadcast.
Yeah,
but
it's gonna be a prank.
Yeah. But so far, I mean, I feel good. I'm still getting used to this track. It's a whole new track. It's a different layout than the actual NASCAR track layout. So, it is. I will admit, there's corners that you think it's gonna be very loose, like on the braking, and then it's not. And then there's corners that you don't think it is, and it actually is. So the braking, getting on the gas is definitely a new learning curve. I think once I kind of get the hang of it tonight, I can definitely start slowly making my way up there and everything. I do think a bunch of these guys who have run road courses more than me, though, like Ben, all of them, is definitely going to be probably the ones to beat, I think, tonight. Hopefully we get a few cautions if we get lucky enough that can go our way. But I think the main plan is stay out of trouble, have a clean race, hopefully be up there towards the end of it, if not at least the top 10. I do feel like we can be top 5 car, because at the end of the day, it's not just how fast you are, it's also just don't, one, oversend it, two, don't be drifting a lot and running your tires down. So I think as long as we can be nice and easy with it, we have a good chance.
Well, buddy, best of luck tonight. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you.
Yep. There's 1 second here right now. Track has fell silent for the moment. Jason Williams, Bobby Attaway did not post a lap. 25 drivers up next. Alright, everybody, had to clarify something with race control real quick. So, starting lineup for tonight goes as followed. And it'll roll off with Jess Story and Mike Hauser. Right now the points leader rolls off second. Ben Knert, Louis Descartes. For row 2. Row 3, Trent Jones, Peyton Boyle. How about row number 4? Ty Mosley, Jordan Herring. Row 5, Maxwell Tigner and Daniel Lehman. Row 13, Joe White, Justin Greenlee. Speaking of which, Travis Farmer and Miguel Carrero, 11th and 12th. Row 8, Clayton Davis, Chris Laoda. Row 9, Elijah Fisher, Jackson Hadaway rolling off deep in the field. Row 10, Jeff Peppers, Cade Cannon again rolling off deep in the field. Got a lot of work to do. Hayden Williams, Hot Shot Henderson rolls off from row 11. Will Hoyt, and of course, Aaron Stant, race control for tonight. He does not count. Thomas Hernandez, Jason Williams for row 13. Bobby Hadaway, Sean Hamilton will make up row 14. And Bobby Holloman rounds out the field in row 15. A lot of drivers, a lot of action. 30 laps. Hopefully it won't take too long. We won't never know. Well, it's online. In 1 second here, we're going to try to stop this stream. Jesus Christ. Alright, I guess all the craps figured itself out, so we can talk to a couple more drivers. Ben Kennert, Gary James up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, first off, we understand, from what we understand last time we talked, still a little bit of issues on the 46 pertaining to the wheel and the pedals. First off, is it wheels or controller tonight?
I'm on the wheel. I've been able to kind of get it fixed. I've done some amateur electrical work on it. Hopefully it lasts the whole race.
Something we can't say on the broadcast, but I understand what you're saying. But as for tonight, different track, different element. Where's the confidence level for the 46 team entering tonight? Do you feel like you can get yet another road course win?
Maybe. I don't know. I think we've got good pace. I've just been struggling to get my laps put together here. Well, but I think we've got a top 5 run going here.
Buddy.
I'm just relying on my pedals to not fail me and just to not make any big mistakes. So, yeah.
Buddy, that's a look tonight. Hopefully we'll keep up in this thing back in victory lane.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir. I don't know if what I'm looking at is right or not, but we're going to look back. May have been an incident. I'm just looking right now. This driver's coming to a stop for some odd reason. Okay, maybe not. Alright. So I apologize, false alarm. Overlay's messing with me here. It'll be Jess Story, Mike Hauser, Lewis Discardus, Nick and Art Paint and Boyle bringing us down for the start. What is hopefully to be a caution-free race, because it won't be a long one if it's not. Right now, get ready to go racing here. This track, of course, in Mexico City. Tacos are all right. Not too bad. 2.6 miles. Pit road speed limit 50 mile an hour. Drivers are going to have a lot to deal with tonight. Long straightaways, tight corners like they're going through right now. Mistakes are going to happen. We're going to try to keep an eye on every spin, wreck, and battle going on. 30 laps. Ought not to be too long. Lights on the pace car are out this time. All right, boys. Story and Hauser. Did they ever get back to the start-finish line? A long 2.6 miles just pacing. Alright. Nope, not yet. False alarm again. Alright. Finally. Pace car is finally in and we are rolling. Wait for it. Now we're rolling from Mexico City. Ben Kennard already on the attack. 3 wide, fanning out already. Right now, Mike Hauser already losing 3 spots on the initial start. Working through the corners so perfectly. Gotta be very, very careful. Right now, Story, Jones, Kennard, Tigner, Peyton, Boyle, Hauser already still struggling on the start. Hauser already back to 7th. Scardis as well. Jordan Herring following suit along with Ty Mosley. Right now, Maxwell Tigner, black flag. Don't see that a lot tonight. All right, lap 1, Bobby Holloman, Sean Hamilton. Well, at least we think. Holloman gets loose. Hamilton into the front of him. Get it back going. So, first harmless little incident of the night. Ty Mosley already down 5 spots where he started back in 12th. Right now, Jet Story's opened up to 2.5, but well, he's got to deal with arguably the best road course racer and Inspired, but right now opening up a hell of a gap. 2.7. Mike Hauser enters tonight. 113 points above the cut line. A 41-point lead. Over second place, Elijah Fisher, Travis Farmer third, Harrison and Peyton Boyle. So they are the ones tonight that we will keep a track on. Right now, information being put into the system. Caught for what? Jeffrey Peppers. So we do get a caution. Or for somebody. A lot of incidents. So we got to fall back and try to find all this. And that is not what you want to see at a road course. Definitely not what I want to see at a road course. See what happens. Okay, Kenny locks it up. So Hayden. Alright, so that's harmless. It's got to be something with Jeffrey Peppers. Foul points for starters. Alright, I'm really not understanding nor am I seeing why the caution is out. Oh, that's why. Oh! What in the world? Not too sure, but Robert Wilhoit. Gets loose. Slams Hernandez. Okay, so that's the reason for the caution. Folks, we're going to sit here for just a moment. Might try to get a word with a couple drivers. These pace laps are going to be long. Mike Hauser, Garrett Jr.'s up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy.
Yes, sir. What's up, buddy?
Well, really just walk us through the initial start. Lost, dropped all the way back to 7th. Has worked your way back up to 5th after starting 2nd tonight. What happened for your perspective on the restart?
Just a lot of really fast guys going places. Honestly, initial start, I was just trying to take it kind of easy. You know, I just wanted to, make sure I wasn't going to get run over, give everyone the room needed. But yeah, people just going for spots early on, and I was trying to be patient with them. But like I said, got some of those spots back, and I think we got a pretty darn fast car still. So hopefully we'll be able to keep in the top 5 tonight and still contend for a win potentially.
Well, buddy, best of luck from here on out. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Me too, Garrett. Thank you, buddy.
Yep. Some drivers coming in, taking advantage of the pit stop. Style Mosley, one of them. He's already taking tires. Some drivers lost the pit box. What pit box? Well, take a look at some of the action we've missed early on. If we can find anything. So Hayden Williams, we saw Jackson Hadaway. Really, Will Hoyt, Hernandez, Josh Harrison. So really, there actually is not much that we have seen. Still a long way to go. First caution of the night to Robert Will Hoyt. Gets loose on corner entry. Wipes out Hernandez. Hernandez still getting service done to that 77 machine. Well, right now, Championship 5 as they run. Mike Hauser, Elijah Fisher, Travis Farmer, Hotshot, Harrison, Payne, Boyle. Right now they are 5th, 7th, 13th, 14th, and 19th. Lights are back out onto the pace car. Jess Story starting on the pole right now. Has led every lap so far. Jess, you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, starting on pole, as mentioned tonight, got a decent group of road course ringers. One of them in that 46, always a threat no matter where we go. I got to say, how good is the 92 right now, from what you can tell?
So far, I'm pretty confident in how this car drives. You know, I've been working really hard over the last week trying to get used to this track and get used to this car. It's been a long time since I've driven this car to a road course, so definitely tried to put some work in this past week to get really comfortable with the car and with the track, and it's really paying off. I'm looking forward to this restart and the rest of the race.
Buddy, I got to say, what is one of the most difficult aspects with this road course compared to something like Watkins Glen, Indy Roval, just spitting off a couple of road courses? What makes this one a challenge in its own right?
I think it boils down more to the slow speed corners like the one we're coming up to right now. You really want to. It's really hard to get the weight transfer going with these cars with how heavy they are. So going through the slow speed corners and getting back into the traction zones is really going to be pivotal into who can win this race or not, and also who can manage their tires the best too.
Well, buddy, best of luck from here on out. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing, and best of luck to you.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Right now, still getting ready for the restart. Trent Jones, Jess Story, Descartes, Ben Cunert, and Jordan Herring, the top 5. Hauser, Lehman, Payton Bull, Chris Laota, Miguel Carrera, the top 10 as we get set to go back for the restart. Well, I'm used to doing more ovals than road courses because I'm jumping this restart every time through the stadium section of the track. All right, we're rolling again. .24 to go. Now Trenton Jones, able to get ahead of Story. Here comes Cunert. Cunert already up to second. Herring Wyndham trying to get all around the 92. Right now, Trenton Jones trying to get out of Dodge. Well, he knows what. If he and all these other new guys know what's behind him right now, he would hurry up and try to get out of Dodge. Meanwhile, that one driver all over the back bumper. Cunert with a little bit of a shot. Caution out again. For what? Try Chris Laota. Thanks, Aaron's. Alright, we got a couple incidents here on the restart. It's going to be hard to figure out what has what. Alright, so Chris Loda. Okay, so... Okay, Peppers and Loda. Already happens way up in front of them. Five into the back. Loda locks it up. So where exactly... Alright, let's look at this part of it. Alright, so Pepper, okay, so about 4 cars going to one slide, make it 5. Yeah. It'll be a long night in the office, ain't it? Probably. That's why we're under caution. Give me 1 second. Alright, I apologize. Team owner having to do a little bit of team owner things here, so apologize for that brief statement here. Right now, Ty Mosley running 14th. Mike Hauser back to 7th. We'll talk to another couple of drivers. Ah, hell, we'll get a word with him. Hot shot. Josh Henderson.
What do you want?
Well, until you spent the whole weekend with your brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
I
up,
can
man?
tell. You sound just like him. Well, well, right now, sitting 19th. Already had a couple incidents roughing the feathers on the 17, or should I say the fenders on the 17 machine. Still,
I don't think I hit anything, though.
Well, I don't
Did I get
know.
into him?
I don't know. It looks good on my side.
I got a 4X, but I don't think I actually touched him. I think that was a... I was pretty proud of not hitting any of that crap. So...
Well, walk us
What
through.
you want to know, Garrett?
Well, right
How
now,
fun it is going 60 miles an hour around this place?
yeah. Right
It's
now,
great.
right now, coming into tonight, still in the championship 5. Right now, the 3rd ranked of the top 5 and 17th. Little ways to go still. What's it going to take to get a couple spots here for Hotshot Henderson to try to stay within the top 5 in the points? Or is tonight just strictly survive it, make it to the end, where we finish and move on to another oval next week?
Yeah, we're just here so we don't get fined. That's really all it is. So we're trying to figure it out, but I've got more laps under pace than I do under practice on this track so far. So should be fun here. So we'll figure it out as we go. Try to stay positive with it. Mike's super fast. Justin's going to work his way back up through the field. So we just got to get some green flag laps in. And for the 17 car, we're just here to log some points and learn as we go. Maybe get a couple of these guys. I've actually been pretty conservative on some of these corners, and I feel like I'm quicker than a few of them. But I know as soon as I start pushing, it's going to be a bad thing for me. So we're staying away from the bean burritos, and we're logging laps. That's our goal.
Don't you even get me started. Never mind. No, that's not broadcast worthy. But I will say, last question. We talk about tonight being survival. Next week, Talladega. Anything happens. So is really how urgent really is tonight, or do you feel comfortable with Talladega being it is a former Inspired 250 winner?
Yeah, I'm good at the plate tracks. And it takes a lot of luck to be good at the plate tracks too, though. So less skill, more luck, and then. But I know how to work my way through the field. I know how to hold my line. We should be good. I think I've got my blinking issue solved. Nobody said anything tonight so far, so yeah. So I think we. I mean, it looks like I'm driving through the bottom of a glass jar, but other than that, we're okay. So we'll head on to Talladega. Should be fun. Holy cow, we got a whole nother lap here of this. All right. You enjoy finding things to talk about up there, Garrett.
I might go back to that darn taco stand that gave me the you-know-whats last night and get me another damn burrito. If we're going to sit here pacing. So, buddy, best of luck tonight. No beans, by the way. Extra cheese. And we'll holler at you.
What's your favorite Mexican dish? What's your favorite Mexican dish?
I don't eat Mexican, so I can't tell you.
No? Oh, man, I could go for a good quesadilla. I'll tell you what.
I mean, does Taco Bell count?
Yeah, absolutely. As an American, Taco Bell absolutely counts.
What in hell? Three crunchy tacos, one burrito with nacho cheese on it, and I'm pretty good after that.
You like the Doritos Locos one? I mean, that's pretty good, man.
I've had them. I got to be in a mood for them every now and then, but yeah, I've had them. They ain't too bad.
And you know you got to get a Baja Blast, man.
Oh yeah. Proud sponsor of Katie Cannon.
Yeah, forget Kate. He turned me last week, so I'm still not happy with him.
Well, he's having worse struggles right now than you are. Believe me, he's further back there in the back.
I got by, but he'll get back to me here real soon. So Thanks for talking, Garrett. Made my night.
Oh yeah, buddy. No problem. Enjoy your burrito, and hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Let's we're shooting for a top 15.
Well, if we're shooting for a top, you shoot for a top 15. I'll shoot for the win, John. Have fun tonight, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Well, Henderson restarting 17th, about to knock the radiator in. That one corner right there is going to be trouble. Jackson Hadaway, issue on a 7 car. Well, developing story right now as we speak. Jackson Hadaway, the engine has apparently died. Trying to get it refired. There he goes. Hey, he's shaking it. Perhaps a fuel pressure issue. You can't get a word. Jackson Hadaway, what's wrong with the car?
Oh my gosh, Garrett, the thing won't turn on! What the heck?
Well, you got fuel pressure?
I do. Hold on. Josh, my car won't start. Aaron, give me an EOL, please.
Well, buddy, we'll let you get back and we'll try to talk back to you later on, see what the update is.
Oh, there we go, Garrett. We're good.
Well, too late now. They're about to take the green flag. If you hurry up and get back.
Oh, shoot, Garrett. Dang it. Why'd you friggin' pull me in here? I'm just joking.
Because developing story. Yeah, whatever.
I'm just joking.
Get back to your chat. Have a good day, sir. Kids these days. Start, stop. All right. Trent Jones, Ben Kennert, we're going to try this again. 20 to go. Kennert falls in line. Toyota at the front. We're going to fan out again. Mike Hauser trying to make up some ground. Oh, Story over the curb. He'll be fine. Another brake lock up. That'll Lehman. Now Ty Mosley making up ground. Mosley up to 13th. Jones trying to get away from Knert. Trying to as they approach the trouble area, and around they go again. Cade Cannon, Bobby Holloman. Cade Cannon's night from hell continues. He's trying to get it back fired. Gets it back going. But he's going to lose a massive amount of time in the Mountain Dew ice machine. Man. Mike Hauser, the points leader, has gone around. Trouble for Hauser. What in the world? Go back and look at it. Does the 20 get into the back of him? No, he gets into the back of Jordan Herring, and around goes the 43. Gets it back rolling. But right now, shocker, not really. Ben Knert out front in Mexico City. And this is the one thing that you did not, if you're at a field, especially the top 6, top 7, really everybody else in the top 10. This is the first road course we've been to. They know how good this joker is. And if they ain't found out before then, and they know now. Once you let Ben Knert out front, he is going to do everything he can to drive away, and 9 times out of 10 he does. Trent Jones doing everything he can. Back to within just under a second. Oh, Discardus and Daniel Lehman. Lehman gets it back going. Discardus does not lose a lot of time. Go back and see what happened. Looks to the outside. He's there to just come together. Ain't gonna lose much time for Louis Discardus. He'll stay in the top 10. However, for Daniel Lehman, fall back to 13th. All about trying to regroup. Ty Mosley up to 9th. Attaboy Ty. Keep on doing it. Trying to get around Clayton Davis. Right on board with a couple of drivers. Really get a feel for this racetrack. First, right on board with the comeback kid himself. We'll just ride either a whole lap or half a lap with drivers. Through the gears. There's a stadium section right through here, or at least part of it. A lot of stands, I swear. Looking to the inside of Davis, and Mosley up to 8. Right further back with some drivers. Jeffrey Peppers had a rough night in Talladega. Looking to try to avenge some of that tonight, and right now is Daniel Lehman, meatball flag. Lehman is gone. We'll see what happened real quick. said we're gonna see what happens. Got to get off the scene it right. All right. Trying to get around Hayden Williams. Car swings wide. Not sure what happens there. He just calls it night done. That's all that is. Frustrating night. They'll call it night done again. Anyway, back on board with Jeffrey Peppers. One person I'm sure everybody would love for us to ride on board with is Ben Knert, who has opened up to a 2.1 second lead over Jones. Now Jones, Story, Carrera, Jordan Herring, the top 5. Dayton Boyle, Louis Descartes, Ty Mosley, Clayton Davis, and Maxwell Tigner rounds out the top 10. Right now, points leader Mike Hauser back up to 11th. After going around earlier, right on board with Hauser. Dan Lehman done for a night. Sean Hamilton's in the pits. Everybody else still on the racetrack. Oh, Mike! Almost got away from him. Right now, they're all chasing this man, Ben Knert, who has opened up a 2.8 second lead. Started third, got the pedals fixed, at least temporarily, hoping that it is enough tonight to get him through. $17 to go. Bobby Holloman around. Or was around. Well, let's double check it. It says he's had an incident twice. So let's look and see what happened to the 48. No, goes off the track. Tries to come back on it without getting a penalty. Think he does get a penalty. Has to yield. Alright. The only bad thing is my information cannot tell what the difference is. Well. Well, what can you say? Folks, if you're new to Inspired and you ain't seen Ben Knert on a road course, well, this is practically the man to beat. When we come to these road courses, don't matter what road course it is, you can always expect the 46 to be in contention. Caution. Ty Mosley. Oh, for Pete's sake. The car looks fine. See what happened to the comeback kid. See if this is where we're under caution. Locks it up. Oh, so there's a little bit of contact with the 20. Okay, so that's the caution. Or is it Hayden Williams? Hayden just goes to the grass. So we're trying to figure out what the caution is on. And if anything else, mute the broadcast and go ask race control himself, which I may just end up doing that anyway. Sounds pretty smart. Give me 1 second here, folks. Alright, so the caution was indeed on Ty Mosley. Let me taking it out of his check. Well, get the field stat back up. That 4-second lead Ben Knert was won and is gone now. Let's see. Trenton Jones, Gary G's up here in broadcast booth. Copy, buddy.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, been a solid night for the 45 team. Really? Walk us through the night so far. I mean, what's it going to take to try to knock this 46 off the top spot?
So pretty much when I was leading, I was just kind of hoping I could defend off of him. And then I started making all sorts of mistakes and whatnot. And it kind of cooked me a little bit. And then I went into defense mode and trying to manage the gap on Jess. And Jess is a lot better on these things than I am.
I'd say pretty intimidating seeing the 46 behind you, along with apparently there's a lot of good road course ringers who have came out tonight that we see on the National Touring Series. As for tonight, what will it take to try to salvage a good run and ultimately improve the points?
If I want to have any chance at the win, I'm going to need Jess to probably get up there and battle with the 46 and probably take him out. That would probably be my best hope.
Well, buddy, best of luck. Hopefully we'll still get to talk to you at the end of this thing. And yeah, appreciate your time and best of luck from here on out.
Yes, sir.
And I don't. And before you can go, I will say that commentary sounds very handsome in the background.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, buddy. I'll holler at you. Well, where we're coming from here. We'll run down people to talk to here in a minute. Nah. Well, I got a moment here to actually look at the biggest movers. That kind of sent us in the direction we need to go. Well, fast lap right now, Mike Hauser with a 1:46.95. Hauser back in ninth, still playing catch up after his spin earlier on in the race. Lap leaders, Ben Knertz led 7, Story 5. And of course, Trenton Jones has led 4. Now here we go. Biggest gainers to start. Miguel Carrera, Jeffrey Peppers, Cannon, Clayton Davis, Hot Shot Henderson are your biggest movers. So, with that being said, Miguel Carrera, Gary Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Copy, buddy.
Copy. What's going on, brother?
Well, not a whole lot. I'm pretty sure you're going to be excited to hear you are tied with Jeffrey Peppers for one of the biggest movers of the night, +8. Number 20 looks fast tonight. What will it take to try to knock off the top 3 in front of you?
Honestly, I know Jess is pretty darn fast, so I'm going to try my best to stay up with him. Unleash my inner SVG because I've been heel tailing the whole night. Taught myself how to do it a long time ago, and it's paying off now.
I got to say, I'll ask you this question before I let you get ready for the restart here. What is it about this place that has been challenging? We've seen a lot of drivers in the heavy braking zones losing the back end of the car, going around. What has made it challenging tonight for the drivers?
Definitely, my opinion personally would be losing the rear ends, both on entry and on exit, because I know getting back on throttle here is super sketchy, especially the curbs. The curbs here will bite and weed out the good drivers from the bad. No offense to anybody.
Well, buddy, best of luck from here on out. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing, but right now looking pretty good for Global.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a good night.
You too, boss. I like that kid. Very upbeat. Well, and another thing that these drivers could be experiencing right now, track temp 88 on an oval, might not would affect much, but on a road course it can be completely different. Cloudy skies. As a matter of fact, looks like it's about to go to rain here over Mexico. So, with that being said, it's going to be interesting to watch. Right now, Ben Kennert, Trenton Jones, Jess Story, Miguel Carrera, Jordan Herring, Louis Descartes, Peyton Bull, Clayton Davis, Mike Hauser, Ty Mosley, your top 10. One driver who's, someone says had a quiet night. Chris Liotta up to 11th. Right now Liotta up 4 from where he started. Cade Cannon slowly working his way back up right now, +7 for where he started in 13th. Really, it's a race like this that really, this little joker right here, this progression chart really can tell a story. And there you see it. Cade Cannon started middle way to field 21st, has been as low as 25th, been involved in some issues. Right now up to 13th. Really want to find somebody to really has had an up and down night, and that chart there will prove it. That'll be right now the points leader, Mike Hauser, all the way down to 16th at one point. Been as high as second. It has been a rough go at it for Mexico for Hauser, but sitting in the top 10. All right. Still getting ready one more time. About the longest green flag run we had, about 5 laps. On paper, not that long. But when it goes to a road course, 5 lap runs a long bit of a while. What in the world? Connert's faster than the pace car, by God. Lord have mercy. Pace car ought to be in this time. All right. Kennert, Jones, try this one more time. We're rolling again. 12 to go. Right now, Sean Hamilton, the only car a lap down. 3. Oh, Kennert! Ah! Man. And he's got to yield it. Get it back rolling, buddy. Get it back rolling. He did. All right. Right now, the odds-on favorite. A little bit of an issue in the first corner. Oh, there goes Peppers. Saves it. So Kennert has to play defense now. Or no, he ain't got to play defense. He got to go straight offense. He's already going offense. Splits it 3 wide. And he's only 5.6 back, so there is plenty of time for Kennard to make it up. But right now, Trent Jones out front. But you best assured, when the SVG the series makes a mistake, this is the chance to jump on it. And right now, Story and Jones trying to get out of Dodge. Can't say that I blame them. How about Luis Escardas back up to third? Miguel Carrera right behind him. Jordan Herring, Hauser, Kennard, Peyton Bull, Mosley, Clayton Davis. The top 10. Mike Hauser. Well, we talk about Ben Kennard and how great he is on a road course. Let's not forget that last season, Mike Hauser beat him straight up at Mid-Ohio. And Hauser obviously started second, trying to work himself back up to second. And right now, Hauser's a threat. Trying to run down Descartes. At only 3.7 back, plenty of time for Hauser to get back in it so long as he doesn't have a mishap. You can hear kind of how aggressive he is on the braking. Look at the gap he makes up for it. A lot of Mike Hauser fans in Mexico, the points leader, entering tonight 100 and double check our stats here before I say it, but it's over 100, 113 points to the good. Top 10 will make the chase this season. And right now, Mike Hauser showing why he is one of the front runners for this championship. Ben Kennard trying to get around Jordan Herring. Right now at the front, it's still a half a second. Jones all over the back bumper, and Jones doing exactly what he mentioned. Trying to play defense, and it's messing him up. Just a little bit. It's allowed Story to get even closer. Right on board with Trent Jones. Enough to get a draft, just barely. The Story look to the inside. 10 laps to go. He's looking. Jones has to yield it. They're going to be, there's going to be critical. A little bit of contact. Jones able to defend it. Say what you want, hell of a job. On the way to defend it right now. Kennard up the fifth. A little bit of internet issues. There he is. He's back now. Clear skies for the moment, side by side. Take the top 4, throw them under a blanket. That ain't big enough, throw them under a quill. Contact, Descartes 3 wide. And not quite, a little bit of contact. Story to the top spot. Hauser right there with him as well. Finally, an exciting road course. Story checked down and gone to a second lead. Descartes up to second. Mike Hauser around Jones for third, and they have brought Ben Kennard back into it. Kennard trying to get around Jones. I'm going to ignore that. Apologize if that popped up on the screen, didn't it? For now. 9 to go. And Story has checked out to a 1.3 second lead. Started on the pole. Descartes, Hauser, Kennard, Trent Jones, the top 5. Miguel Carrera. Right now 6. Herring, Peyton Boyle, Robert Wellhoyt, Meatball Flag. We'll quickly tune in to see what has gone amiss on the 15 machine for Mad Falcon Motorsports. Hernandez, Black Flag. Locks it up. Unlike real life, these tires do not give. They say they didn't give. Look at Chase Elliott on Sunday. I don't think they gave all that much neither. Right now, this is actually best case scenario if you're discarded to your story, because you got, I'm going to go a bit further. Right now, the way I see it, there's 3 good road coursers. Then there's 2 phenomenal road courses. And you're, what in the world? Discarded lost his front bumper. Interesting. But right now, 2 of the best road coursers right now are battling for 3rd, trying to get around the other. And this is best case scenario if you're Story and Discardus. Well, best case scenario for Story because he is checking out. For Discardus, this is worst case scenario. Under at 19, he gets off that corner really good. Gets off that final corner, able to get the run down the straightaway. Slipstream corner, able to get the draft. Does Knurt make the move or does he wait? 8 to go. Time running out if you're going to run down Just Story. And that's for anybody. Knurt peeks to the inside. Knurt with the position. Hauser will be in a good position right here. Yep. Crossed him over, not able to get there. The gap 2.4 for Jess Story and 8 to go. Long way to go. What a drive by Ben Knurt. I mean, even if he does not win, what a hell of a drive. Up to 3rd. 2.8 back and coming. Sooner he can get rid of Discardus, the better. Elijah Fisher up to 11th. Ain't talked much about the 16 all night. Really has not been a factor tonight. Had a terrible qualifying effort and has been trying just to catch up. These caution laps has not helped the driver to 16. Kate Cannon on a decent recovery up to 12th. Well, for Cannon, as we tune back into Jess Story, Cannon enters tonight 11th in the points, out by 4. Who's in front of him? Ben Knurt goes into 10th in the points. So for Cannon, practically just finish where you can, obviously up to 9th. Meanwhile, Jordan Hare and Elijah Fisher, this was a lap ago. That's how Cannon gets up to 9th. Look at it here. Blake Davis inside, a little bit of roughing up. Gets Fisher involved. That's how. Okay, so that. Oh, Ben Knurt! Something's happened to Knurt. He's taking it big time. Back to 8. See what happened. Yellow is out, so evidently must be something big. So right here's Knurt. Oh, Knurt Discardus. Oh, and Hauser. Damn. Whipped him around. I mean, obviously, I don't think it's intentional on Mike. No, it ain't. It ain't. I mean, we know Mike Hauser better than that. No, I just think regular right here. And I am surprised this section right here has not been a bigger issue than what it has been. Knurt gets on the rumble strips into the 19. Hauser slams into the back of him. They get tangled up. They don't get tangled up. It would have been fine. Hurry up, whip it around, Ben. Hurry up, whip it around. Attaboy. Get her back rolling. All that happens. They'll put us under caution. Good news for Knurt. Get re-racked. Bad news is rear end of that car damaged up pretty good. See if we can't talk to Mike Hauser. Mike Hauser, very quickly, talk to me, buddy. How bad is it?
I have no idea. I got a 4X. My crew chief didn't say anything. I'm gonna go ask 92 car, see if he sees anything bad. I don't know how to look on the broadcast, buddy.
You don't want me to look on the broadcast? I'm already looking at your car.
Well, no. How does the front end look on the broadcast? Is what I'm saying.
Well, why didn't you just ask? I mean, looks good. Looks decent. Looks real good.
Looks fine. All right, we
Yeah,
ball
looks
then.
fine, by God. And I don't understand
I
how,
just-
because Ben Knert's car's got a big old dent inside of it.
I don't know either. I just saw them get together in front of me. I tried to go around, I couldn't, and it felt like there was a magnet on my car and Ben's. So I don't know. Hopefully it's not aero damage. Yeah, I don't know, but long race right now. Just trying to make it to the end here.
Well, buddy, I will say, history on the line. Looking to, I believe, be the first driver to win three races and before the first 10 races are concluded. Not that that's pressure or nothing, but I will say, beside Ben Knert, we've already talked about it at the top of the show. We've already talked about it in the interview. I'll reiterate it one more time. Besides Ben Knert, about the best road course we got right now, outside of a few other ones that are arguable, but really, you're the only one I felt like who has been able to beat Ben Knert straight up, one-on-one. Right now, you're going up against a driver in front of you who has made a statement tonight with his road course ability. What does it take to put the 43 back in victory lane and get win number 3 of the season?
It's going to take a little bit of patience here, not overdriving your stuff. I think that's kind of how I caught some of these guys last time. They were just going, throwing bonsai moves and slingers, and that and trying to maximize restarts. Every restart I've just been trying to give room, and I seem to get the short end of the stick there. So I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive on this restart and just try to stay with the 92. But yeah, just not making mistakes. You know, I know it's hard to stay patient. There were times where I was getting ready to lose my patience, but I'm just trying to make it to the end of this thing. If we could even come out here top 3, top 5, that would be a win today. But we're still going to go for the win here. We might have something for this 92 car if we can get spread out here.
Well, Mike, best of luck to you. Remember, for every race you win, people go to Waffle House for the Mike Hauser special. And buddy, this weekend I'm going to need to get a Mike Hauser special. Go try to get a little bit of bourbon. So
That would be awesome.
well, buddy, best of luck here. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing, and hopefully it's in victory lane for the 3rd time in 6 races.
You too, Garrett. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yes, sir. To do it, he's got to hold off a hot shot named Jess Story. Took the pole, and I believe has took over now the most laps led, yet by 1. This kid, or this young man, if he can pull it off tonight, be a feel-good story, and ultimately it will put every driver for the road courses on noticing that, hey, this joker here, he's pretty damn good in his own right. Well, that's what you need, of course. Like we said, we talked about Mike Hauser and Ben Knert last season. They were the top 2. Elijah Fisher, you can throw his name in there. But Fisher, really, since season 1, I do not believe has won on a road course. So while Fisher, you can make an argument for Fisher. You can make an argument with Cade Kenny. You can make an argument with 2 or 3 more Ben Knert in the pits, and that will be probably night done. You can throw Hayden Williams on there too. Hayden, winner at Coda. Don't care what anybody says. Winner at Coda, winner at Fuji. Like, you can throw Hayden Williams' name on that list as well. So the question is tonight we add Jess Story's name to the road course, to the road coursers who can get the job done? Well, while you can, let's not forget Trent Jones has had a hell of a night. Miguel Carrera, a hell of a night. Descartes is the same way. Drivers who have been there from the start, from the get-go. I mean, Descartes got turned with Daniel Lehman. He has battled back up to a 5th spot, was 2nd, and even made it 3 wide for the lead. at one point. So Descartes not out of this. Carrera not out of this. This right here can go down as one of the best road course races I've ever broadcasted. I'm really not a big fan of road courses. But this right here, this is getting good. It ought to be a hell of a finish. You got 5 guys in the top 5 who have not won a race. And if I'm not mistaken, this is their first season in Cup. Looking for their first win. You're the only odd man out is, of course, the reigning Cup Series champion in Mike Hauser, who right now is looking for his 3rd win in six races. Right now, defending the championship, pretty damn good. I think I can't talk to one driver before we get back going here who has cracked it. He's been quiet all night, has been in the top 10 all night. Peyton Boyle, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy.
Yeah, I got you. I'm trying to deal with a driver situation. Apparently, one of my drivers just got brake checked in the back, so not great.
Buddy. Well, allow me to take your mind off of that for a moment.
Yep.
It's been a very quiet night for the 3. Has been a very loud night for Global Motorsports. Right now, you and Descartes in the top 5, or Carrera. My mistake. Actually, let me just look. Cause I meant to look like
Miguel and Jess, too. Jess.
Jess. That's the other one.
Yep.
Right now, it's been a loud night for Global Motorsports. Right now, already made your name on the super speedways real quick. What's it going to take tonight for you to put your name on the road courses?
I think Jess just has to carry the banner for us, Miguel as well. And then hopefully I can maybe get past Lewis and bring it home in the top 5. I'm not really great on the restarts here apparently, but on the long run I'm pretty good. Unfortunately, we're going to have like 3 laps to the end. But yeah, so Jess has been running a really, really solid race. He battled some adversity in the beginning, but then he got right back up there, passed everyone. And now he's leading the race, and I couldn't be prouder. He's making me proud, so we're doing a good job.
Well, buddy, best of luck here. Let's get ready for the restart. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
All right, thank you.
Yep. All right. You heard him. 3 to go. 3 laps shootout to decide it all. With an overtime if we need it. Right now, Mike Hauser, top 5 in the points. 2nd, Boyle 5th. Fisher 11th, Farmer 9th, Henderson 17th. Those of you wondering right now, not a green-white checkered. Fasten your belts. This is about to be the greatest final 3 laps. Wherever how means left, a little bit of bumping on the start. 3 to go, Peyton Boyle. Messy start, does not matter. 3 to go. Hauser to the top spot. Here it comes, Jones to the bottom. Hauser cleared the story. Now, Mike has to defend it. Jones looks to the inside. 3 wide into return number 1. And Hauser gets through. Peyton Boyle around in the back. Ty Mosley. No, Mosley's through. Boyle, however, dropping like a rock. Meanwhile, at the front, Hauser's opened up to a 2nd lead. Jones in hot pursuit. Carrera right now all over the back of Jet Story. Meanwhile, a lot of wrecking in the back. We're going to overtime. Descartes around. Ben Canert. It ain't just them. Clayton Davis. Somewhere along the way there, Davis is in that one trouble corner. Hayden S. Williams involved in the whatnot machine. God almighty. Going to overtime. Hayden Williams, Night from Hell continues. Ben Canert's what was a dream night has turned to a nightmare. That continues. Hot shot Harrison Liotta. All right. We got a lot of stuff to cover in the span of about a mile. Let's get on with it. So first, Hayden Williams. We're just going to go for what I see. Holy cow, they're 3 wide almost. Henderson rolls out of it. Hayden locks up the rear tires. Hernandez. It has been this trouble corner all night. And there you see, wide of caution is out. Jackson Hadaway involved. Hernandez, Jeffrey Peppers, all these guys, they've had terrible nights. They're ready to head back to the U.S. and get ready to go to Talladega next week. Can't now blame them. Just road courses, that's all it is. And you will have luck like this. Hayden right there gets loose, contact with the 4, bam. Jackson Hadaway. This season from his start to the season continues pretty bad. He just gets right. Of course, not intentional. See Hernandez. Now what happens with Hot Shot, Liotta, and Descartes? Oh, it's all just the same thing. It really is. Okay, so this is separate. So Hot Shot's separate. Something does happen with Liotta. Well, damn, I know Chris Ballou's further up. Chris Liotta locks it up, trying to figure out where he wants to go. He just locks it up. He said, okay, you know what, excuse me, I'll just go around here. Finally, we got to Crispy Lou. The other section. Similar incident what happened with him earlier with Canard. Well, again, going to overtime this time. You only get one shot. Does not matter what happens now. They race it back. Top 10 could all crash into one of them damn corners. Does not matter. It'll be done. For Mike Hauser, looking to return to victory lane at a road course for the first time since last season at Mid-Ohio. Going to allow Trent Jones to have a start. The only issue that is going to bring up for Jones, he does not control the restart. And honest to God, while we're sitting here talking about how good Mike Hauser is, I'll throw this one out. Pretty decent at restarts. Talk to my boy. Ty Mosley. Gary James up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, right now, since fifth, been a hell of a night for the number 29 machine. Little dents that I got to beat out when we get back to the U.S. with the car. But nonetheless, you're sitting up here in fifth. Buddy, what's it going to take? Do you have a shot here to try to take it to the big boys tonight?
No, not at all. I think, looking at who's behind us, though, we should have a good chance at fifth as long as I don't get sent in the turn one.
Well, as for tonight, it's been an up and down night. Again, right here, we talked at the top of the show in the team hauler. For people that don't know, this is my driver. He's pretty damn good. But,
Hi, guys.
But, in all seriousness, what has been so difficult tonight with this track is it just we get to where we can get full throttle, and then we're into a heavy braking zone. We got a lot of double corners. Really, what has been so difficult tonight with everything that's happened tonight, fifth caution of the night, what has proved to be the challenging aspect about this track?
I think, honestly, the most challenging part has just been getting used because everybody has different braking zones. Like, I had that one spin to avoid a wreck with Hayden, which brought out to avoid a wreck with Peyton, that brought out the caution anyway. but I had to lock up my rears because a lot of people are braking, like, earlier, but then they're braking later, but then they really get on the brakes right at the start of the corner, which is what you should be doing. I'm more of a like gradual bleed into the corner, so I had to really lock up so I didn't run into them, and just got out in the curb and spun. But I think it's just been a mixture of that, and this track is definitely a challenge, and these cars are definitely a little bit of a handful at the road courses. This is the first time I've ever driven them at a road course, so.
Buddy, did a hell of a job. Very proud of you tonight. Bring it home in one piece, and hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
I say it ain't over yet.
It ain't over yet, but it's about to be.
Alright, adios, my man.
Yes, sir. Well, going to come back here for nothing, but he wanted to pull out of a Game 7. Right now, Mike Hauser, Trent Jones, Miguel Carrera, Story, Fisher, Mosley, Peyton Boyle, Jordan Harry, Tigner. Hey, how about Justin Greenlee? Hey, heard nothing out of Greenlee all night. Up 4 spots in the top 10. Jay, you want to talk about big movers right now? Pull up that graphic. I want to confirm. Jason Williams. Yeah, Elijah Fisher, actually. Up 12 spots since the start. Attaboy, Jason. Attaboy, Jason. It had not been the start for H&W Motorsports, but right now, Bobby Hadaway's third place run at Talladega, looking to get things on Saturday night, of course. Looking to get things back on the right track. The top 10 for Jason Williams would definitely get that going back in the right direction. Jason Williams enters tonight deep into points, 32nd out, or 31st out by 49. So still some work to do. All right. Mike Hauser again, looking for his first road course win in Cup since Mid-Ohio last season. You have 4 drivers in the top 5 all looking their first win. You got 1 driver in the top 5 who's already won this season. You've got another one that's won 2 times looking for his third. Peyton Boyle has not won a Cup Series event yet. Harry, Greenlee, Tigner. A lot of opportunity right now. There's an 80% chance that a new winner comes out of here tonight. But I like one of the other 10% chances that there will not be a new winner starting on the front row with Mike Hauser. Whatever you do not touch that dial. You can forget the news. You can forget about basketball. You can forget about baseball for the next, give or take 10 minutes. Forget about the World Cup for all we care right now. So this is it. The final restart. This will determine what has been arguably the most entertaining road course in inspired racing league history. Hauser, Jones, Carrera, Story, Mosley, we're rolling one more time from Mexico. Hauser with a great start. Not great enough. Right now, Jones side by side, actually edging ahead of Hauser. They thunder down turn number 1. Here comes Story to make it 3 wide. Story backs out of it. Miguel Carrera, maybe not. Oh, Hauser's loose. Hauser's wrecking. Elijah Fisher's around. Trent Jones right now with the lead. And it's overtime. There's no caution. It does not matter this time. They're wrecking big in the back. This card is around. We'll have to look back at it afterwards. Oh, Trent Jones saves it. Here comes Story again. Oh, and there goes Jess. Got it turned, got it knocked back straight and kept on going. Jones has survived the most chaotic restart of the night. Got Carrera, got Mosley. Get up there, Ty. I don't understand. This has been pandemonium. Miguel Carrera trying to get his first win. Scratch what I said. Now you got solely the top 5 who have not won a race so far. Right now we're showing 3 to go. Ought to be 2 to go. Check it one more time. Well, it doesn't matter now. It was 1-on-1. So I don't think it matters. They're not throwing the yellow no way. It does not matter at this point. Miguel Carrera trying to close the gap. Right now, Jones, we're going to think is going to see 2 to go. Story right back to the inside. Carrera loose, 2 to go. All Trent Jones just wants to see is Story and Carrera battling it out. Mosley right now 5th. By God, Ben Knurt 2.5 seconds out. We'll let a Knurt win. Oh, Ty Mosley. Come on, Ty. Get back going. Mosley out of it. God almighty. It's all right. He'll salvage the top 10. Story. Okay, so he's gotten around Miguel Carrera. So now Trent Jones under the ultimate pressure. Got a great drive off. Got about as good as you can. Well, the issue is you get such a drive off, and I swear, you got to immediately break again. Gonna shake up the points regardless. Story, man, you see how he went wide and really tried to arc it in there. Look at the time that he made up because of it. Jordan Herring around. White flag, 1 to go for all the marbles. Knurt 1.9 is coming. Right now is between the front 2 of Jones and Story. Here comes Jess Story to the bottom. Does he blend back in line? He does. He's going to yield it. It sucks. There can only be one winner. It really does. Remember earlier, Jones struggled with the defense. Right now, looking pretty solid. And you got to be. Really? Okay, good through one of the trouble corners. Knert's there, 1.9, but running out of time. I don't think Knert's going to be able to really close the gap. We've seen crazier things if Jones and Story get together. Don't rule it out. Right now, though, the gap just under 3/10. Story's going to get one shot out. All he's got to do is just get to him and put the bumper to him. That's all he's got to do if he chooses to do it that way. He might just try to make Jones make a mistake. We're going to see to the inside. He's there. He's got it. No contest. Jess Story to the top spot. Jones trying to come back. There's a little bit of contact. Through the stadium for a 3rd time. Ben Knert's there. Gonna be one more ditch effort off the final corner. Jones, Knurt, Jess Story comes off at the final corner. And Jess Story is going to take it in Mexico City. And nod my hat to Trent Jones. He could have took him out. He did not. I'll say the same for Jess Story to get the lead. say if these guys here. I tell you what, these jokers keep showing up to the next few road courses. I might actually start looking forward to them. That was awesome. There's so much to unpack that I may be making the network a little mad. We may be going over a little bit just to review everything on that final restart. But Jazz Story, what a well of a job. Give us 1 second here. So Jazz Story probably going to take an extra lap around just so he does not get DQ'd. Because right now, and we only say that just because it's an iRacing thing. You know, you got to let the 2-minute timer run down. So you iRacing don't DQ you. It's not all that complicated. But for those that's been around the sport, you know what incident I'm referring to. I don't think he's going to worry about that right now. How about Peyton Boyle? Probably beside himself. For Global Motorsports, what a great campaign it's been. Peyton Boyle, the winner at Daytona and Atlanta in the Truck Series. And now Jess Story adds his name to Elite Company. He is a winner in the Inspired Cup Series. Yeah, what a great story. No pun intended. Okay, maybe there was one there. Not that sad. Biggest movers of the night. Final recap. As Jess Story burns it down, we'll let him soak this one in. You only get one first win. Mike Hauser had the best lap of the night. Lap leaders, Jess Story 12 to Knert's 9. Now, of course, the biggest movers, Jason Williams, 14 spots. I'd get a word with him if he ain't too busy. We'll get with him in a moment. What was going to last longer, the rubber or the motor? Jess Story, what do you got to say about that final restart?
Oh my God, that was just so intense.
Pretty damn stressful, wasn't it?
Yeah, very much so, especially when me and Mike got into it a little bit in the braking zone. I hate that for him. I think it was just an unfortunate circumstance right there. And then getting popped by the 45 when he locked up a little bit and went off. I thought my race was over, and I thought I didn't realize that we had an extra lap. I thought it was a 2-lap shootout.
I thought it was too. So okay, great. I'm not the only one.
Yeah, when I saw us coming across to take what I thought was the checker, and it was a white flag, and I was like, oh my goodness, I have another shot at this. And I mean, kudos to the 45 for putting up a very defensive fight. But I was like, I knew going into that right-hander into the stadium section, and I knew I was a lot quicker through on the center. So I was like, if I could just get down to his quarter panel almost, I can throw it in there, make it stick, and get by him. And I don't even know what to say. Like I'm speechless.
From third to almost wrecked to having to hold on. I mean, we're looking at it right now. Good God Almighty! But look at it right now. I got to say, and I'll shout out everybody who ran the top 5 the majority of the night. I'll be flat out honest. I am not a fan of road courses. I do not like road courses. Y'all made this race a whole lot more entertaining than what I thought it was going to be, especially the final restart. I got to say, it's a bit chaotic of a night, but is this ultimately what separates road coursers from others, or really, how do you rate tonight as far as what you saw tonight and then ultimately able to come back and win it? Like, Jess, how do you rate tonight? Obviously, the win will probably tip that scale.
Oh yeah, there were. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There were some frustrating moments, especially on those slew of restarts. But I think it just boils down to, like every time I race a road course, whether it's an official or in league races, it always seems like it just comes down to attrition, and it came down to attrition tonight. And again, I just don't know what to say. It was a stressful night, but I'm happy I was able to get in victory lane. I wanted one of these so badly. This is my first league win on a road course, so I'm very happy about that.
I got my last couple questions I got for you. I will say now, you look back at the broadcast, yes, we hyped this Joker up just because how good he is, but ultimately, when you're dealing with you in the 45, you obviously have Miguel Carrera, who was a threat tonight. But was there any, and of course you're new to this league, but I'm sure you've seen some of him, but how stressful was it to look back to see that 46 behind you and the 45, knowing this dude just wrecked and he has a shot at taking another road course win? How stressful was that just off of the basis alone that he was wrecked and he's came all the way back to now? Really, how does that play in your mind a little bit?
Yeah, I think you pretty much said it right there. Like Ben, the 46 car, he has been really quick this entire race, and it's been hard to keep pace with him and on a couple of occasions. And I'm sure after that wreck he was involved in, he got some fresh tires. So I was like, I need to get gone. I need to get by that 45 ASAP. Because if I don't, like we're gonna be in trouble here. So yeah, just again, probably one of the hardest working wins I've ever had to get. So. Just grateful I was able to get it, and grateful it's over too. It was stressful.
Well, buddy, you add yourself to elite company, joining a very elite group of drivers to get a win in the Inspire Cup Series. A hell of a job. The last thing I do with every driver, I know a lot of them's got sponsors that watch. If not sponsors, they got their mother, their grandmama, their brother, their sister, their cousin, whoever they have. So at this time, the last question I got for you, is there anybody you want to shout out? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah. Well, first off, I want to, give a shout out to my team owner, Peyton. I know, like, he lost his grandparents recently, including his grandmother just last night or the other night or yesterday, I believe. And this one's for him. This one's for him and his family. And I also want to give a shout out to my grandparents too, who are not doing too well right now, but this win's also for them. First off, I want to get those shout-outs out of the way. As far as any sponsors, really the only one I got, I mean, obviously my gaming brand, JSTO Gaming, is on the car, and I also have W Energy on the car, so obviously it's a good representation for both of those brands, and, really thankful for those brands to be on the car.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Jess Story survives Mexico City in one of the most entertaining road courses I'll ever call to add his name to the wins list for the Inspire Cup Series. Jess, hell of a time, buddy. Look forward. Hell of a time, hell of a job. Look forward to seeing you next week in Talladega.
Hey, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Well, Trenton Jones on that final restart had everything going right. Ultimately will be a second place run. Walk us through your perspective of that final restart.
So going into turn one, I locked up for the second restart in a row, shockingly. I missed the corner, and then leaving turn two, I got a 1 second slowdown, which I believe might be what screwed me and didn't give me the gap I needed to hold him off, which is fine. I locked it up again going into turn 4. That was a really bad restart on my part. And then I got into him. I was like, oh, well, that's not exactly what I meant to do. I got a gap. I thought, okay, well, all I got to do is manage his gap for 2 laps. Come around, take the what I thought was the white, realize that there was no white flag, and I didn't take the white, and there were 3 green, white checkered laps. For
Which
whatever
baffled
reason.
me. That baffled me, though.
I thought that once he got back to me, he was going to ship me. I would have probably deserved it. I was very physical every time I got around him, I think. I was doing a whole lot better than I thought I would, being the fact that I don't like road courses. I'm not very good at them, I didn't think. Apparently I'm better than I thought, which is cool.
Well, buddy, very entertaining. Nonetheless, I'm going to say, that whole final 10 laps, that was the most entertaining stuff I've ever seen on a road course. We're so used to seeing guys, Ben Knert, get out to like a 7-8 second lead and lights out. Tonight, we did not get that. We got several new faces. Right now, I'm looking at, they actually round out first, second, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Saw a whole new side to the road course racing that actually has me looking forward to July 6th at Watkins Glen for race 10. I will say, is this the turnaround the 45 needs? We know enter tonight. I'm going to double check my facts as we're talking, but right now, needing a lot to get into the chase. You'll walk out of here tonight gaining a whole lot more ground. Over the next few weeks, how perfect does the 45 need to be, or do you feel like there's still plenty of time in the season to try and get up into the points and ultimately have a chase shot right now? How does this boost the confidence level?
As long as I can stay consistent with the races I'm running. I missed Daytona, which definitely dug me a hole, and then came back for Auto Club, where I finished P6 after a very up and down night, and then finished second here. So if I can stay consistent like I am, and not end up like I did in the trucks last Wednesday, I think I'll be all right.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Being this is your first post-race interview with me, I'm going to explain to you what I just explained to the 92. First off, nice to meet you, by the way. Same to the 92 when he looks back at this broadcast. But like some drivers have their mama, their grandmama, their aunts, their uncle, their cousins. Hell, even some have the hobo that sits on 7-Eleven. So with that being said, I'm going to give you the time. If there anybody want to shout out, whether it's friends, family, sponsors, etc., the floor is yours.
Shout out Levi Ramsey for leaving me all alone in the VC. All alone. Completely lonely, no one to talk to. Because he didn't want to race the road course, which is cool and all. But like,
you should have said something. I would have brought you in here. I don't know how good that would have been.
But was just a bit lonely. Other than that, I got nothing.
Well, buddy, hell of a job tonight. Nonetheless, Trenton Jones will survive a hard-fought battle with Jed Story and Ben Knert to get a second-place run here at Mexico City. He'll turn his attention next week to Talladega. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job tonight.
Yes, sir. I'm afraid.
I would be too. Best of luck next week.
Yes, sir. Have a good.
You too, buddy. Ben Knert. Try this one more time. Ben Knert, Gary Jeans up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy.
I got you, boss.
There he is. Well.
Oh, that was a long one.
I went for 30 laps. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Where do we begin tonight? First off, how did the pedals hold up?
I was having some issues with them.
Is that what happened on that one restart?
That's what happened on that one restart.
Yeah, I don't mind.
My brake pedal wouldn't go all the way to 100%, and I just straight line turn one. So, whatever.
Still some
It's
electrical gremlins, I will say. It was a hell of a
Yeah.
night up till then, and it was still even a hell of a night. Let's just recap here. We're looking at your chart now. As low as 23rd at one point, and that was when the race was in its final stages. To come all the way back up to a third place run, not to mention getting involved in another incident along the way there, which set you back about 15th.
Yeah.
Bad
I mean,
car,
it was.
bad car and all. How the hell are you able to come back in these races? Because this is not the first time we've seen Ben Knert get involved in have an issue and come all the way back to finish within a podium spot mid-Ohio the last time with you and Mike Hauser last season.
Yeah. I think it's just mostly experience with dealing with traffic and all that. I know how to get by people. I know how to set up overtakes in weird spots. I think it's just experience, and I mean, the restarts being chaos played into it as well. I don't know if you still have the replay up,
We
but
do. Which one you want to
you
look
should
at?
you should look at the second to last and the last restart from
We've
my
seen the
point of
last
view, 'cause
restart.
they
We've
were.
seen the last one. From your point
Well,
of view,
then-
we'll take a look at it.
Then look at the second to last one, because the second to last one, I have no clue what happened
All
there.
right, well, we're going to take a gander here. But as for tonight, I'm going to ask you an actual question as we get it pulled up for me and the viewers to see. And I can try to pull it up for you, but my computer might lag because it's getting old. But,
Yeah.
well, we right on board the nose cam of Ben Knert for the second to last restart. Walk us through it. Was tires ever really a concern going forward tonight, or was it just too many cautions, too many incidents for really the tire wear to play factor? Because we only got one decent green flag run in before calamity. Were tires begin to be a factor?
They did start to be a factor. I think a big part of why I was able to get back up there was I was able to take tires. So I had a little bit of a pace advantage, but like, sorry, I'm just looking at the.
We're watching it. We about saw you get turned.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we saw you about to get turned right here. But honest to God, I will ask you from a driver's standpoint and kind of maybe a humbling standpoint. All last season, you got very hyped up on the broadcast. I just want you to know that as there's where you and Crispy Lou come together. But that's actually the caution. We're gonna go to the next restart here. But ultimately, we hype you up on the broadcast because we know how good you are on these road courses between you and Mike Hauser both. Did it feel good tonight to see about 5 drivers who I believe at one point took you and really gave you a legitimate fight up until it all went south? Ultimately, we know you got out to a 4-second lead, but ultimately, how does it kind of sit with Ben Knert? Is it a refresher to see, some drivers being able to take it to the 46, or does it drive you to just try to improve on what you know? Or really walk us through how did tonight reshape Ben Knert coming out of here knowing there was some guys who really took the fight to the 46?
I mean, I think I've said this before, but
Probably
like
have.
I'm not here to pull out like a 5-10 second gap at every road course. I want to race. I want to fight. That's what makes it fun for me. So seeing these new guys come in and be pretty good, it's a good thing to have. Increased competition anywhere is good for me, and I think for everyone else. Because while races like Daytona Road I like those races because I win. But um, while those races are while I like those races, they're not fun for me. They're not fun for anyone else, right? So if no one's having fun, then it's not really a good race. So I would prefer in a race to be battling the whole time. I don't want to like if I can, I'll try to run away, but really I just want to see I want to push other people to their limit. I want to have other people push me to my limit. And I think that's kind of what happened tonight. So, yeah.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job nonetheless tonight. The last question I got for I'll let you head out of here. Anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah. First, I'd like to dedicate this podium to my dying Logitech G920. I think it's going to be the last race that I use this old thing on because I got my new rig coming later this week. I've had it for like 4 or 5 years now, and it's been a good companion into sim racing, but the time has come to say goodbye to it, unfortunately.
Get your Mosa.
I got a sim magic.
Whatever works. I ain't never heard of it.
Of course, all my teammates at Zero Delta, James McConnell, Ben Milden, Dustin Valenti, and Ryan Hinderleader. You, of course, for broadcasting, league admins for putting this on, and everyone who showed up to watch or race. It's been a pretty chaotic night, but also kind of fun. So, yeah.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Ben Knert survives a wild night in New Mexico to come home third. Appreciate your time, Ben. Hell of a job tonight.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too, boss. Well, Ty Mosley was in a position to get the job done until it went south. Ty, walk us through the final restart for your perspective.
It's just, living and dying by the chaos. We benefited from the chaos at the start of that last run. Got through, was in like top 5 position, and then what I did, but I shouldn't have done, is I was trying to be nice because I knew Ben was faster than me, and he had shoved me through like the last 2 corners at the end. So I was like, I'm gonna let you buy off in the turn 1, but he told me after the race his tires were heated up, so I went to let him buy, and just completely blew the corner because he didn't, fill the space where I was expecting him to fill, and then it screwed up my whole thing in the corner. So then we obviously ran wide. We were still in a top 10 position, and then Jordan and the 4 car get into whatever they got into, and then Jordan decides that he just doesn't he is cutting through the chicane in the stadium section, doesn't want to let anybody by, and I got screwed because I was the only guy that it was right in front of me when it happened, so I had to check up the most, so I couldn't carry any momentum through the corner going into the stadium section because Jordan was on the apex and everybody went around my outside, so I was already screwed there. Then we go through Peyton that bumped me a little bit on the entry, so I was a little tight. I went to...
You still there? Ty Mosley. Ty Mosley right now having technical issues on the 29, at least with the headset.
I'm back.
There you go.
I'm back. Yeah, sorry, my mom was yelling at me. So, yeah, and then that happened. So we were a little wide, and then we went to just, hit the apex and stuff and go through normally through the next corner, and Peyton just tagged us on the rear, and it spun us out, and we had to fight to even get back to 15th. It just sucked.
Well,
and this whole year's been just so frustrating because people are like, "Oh yeah, no, Ty, you had the pace and stuff." It doesn't feel like it. Auto Club felt like we had the speed to win. Vegas felt like we had the speed to win. It's just been not a good way to start the year off.
Just remember what I told you at the start of the season, and we'll go more in depth off camera. But as for tonight, it was a hell of a car. Had great speed for what it seemed like, just up and down night. I will say, as we go into Talladega next week, you were leading the Inspire 250 in the final laps. We go to Talladega next week. How can the 29 try to, I don't know, get vengeance on a plate trap by going out and winning Talladega? Where would the confidence level be entering the great unknown next week?
I mean, it's a plate race, so I'm pretty confident I can run at the front of the plate race. Hopefully, if we have that problem, then there's something really wrong with the car.
No,
But
that's fine.
just staying out of trouble. Last time I was at Talladega in this league, it didn't go great, but um, yeah, just do the same mentality I always take. Like every super speed race, I do the same thing. Just get as far up as possible, preferably in the lead, and I'm fine with pulling everybody else around the whole race. It just keeps me the most safe if I'm out in front of everybody. And then, obviously I'd love to win, but as long as I finish the race in the top 10, that's all that matters. And then it's just yeah, I wouldn't say taking vengeance, but yeah, I'd like to do good at Talladega. And then the schedule opens up to more. I think it's opening up to more tracks that are a little bit better for me. We go to what? We got Talladega, then we go to what is it? Is it No, New Hampshire's.
Talladega, Chicagoland, Indianapolis, Watkins Glen, Michigan.
Okay,
the
sorry.
Next 5.
So we go to Talladega, which is a wild card. Chicagoland. I've never driven it in the Gen 6, but I've always been decent at Chicagoland.
Crazy.
Yeah, we all know the big Timo. If you watched Raging Idiot, y'all know, or the Truax series, y'all know Big Timo at Indy. And then you said Watkins Glen. That's just gonna be another one like Mexico City, just survive. And then Michigan, we were fast at Michigan last year until we got wrecked. So hopefully we can keep that up. We've been leading laps. We've been up at the front. We just need to stay at the front.
On time, Mosley. A hell of a job tonight. Last question I got before I let you head out of here. Anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody that goes into putting on this league. I want to thank all the drivers who compete, even if I yell at them sometimes or a lot of the time. But yeah, I want to thank you for taking a chance on me, being my team owner. I want to thank my mom and my dad for being awesome. I want to thank my friends for being my friends, and yeah, I want to thank God for blessing me with the opportunity to be here, and hopefully we can actually do something with it next week.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Nonetheless, Ty Mosley comes on 15th tonight from Mexico City. He'll turn his attention to Talladega, Alabama next week. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job.
All right, adios, my man.
Yes, sir. Last but not least, because I kind of got to get up early in the morning, Mike Hauser, by God. Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy.
What's up, Garrett?
Well, damn. Walk us through the final restart and kind of just walk us through kind of what went wrong from your perspective. It did not look like the 43 got the best of restarts, but ultimately walk us through what you felt like happened as I correct you, finishing 110th, back to 10th.
Darn, I was gonna say I thought I did a little better than that, but yeah, I actually talked to Jess about it. Not his fault. Just on that restart, I mean, restarts in general. Like I said, all race, especially if I had a guy in front of me, I was trying to be conscious of them, especially if they missed their braking or they started locking up. I didn't want to run them over, and because of that, on restarts, I wouldn't hit fourth gear. I would just rev it out in third. And obviously some guys would put in fourth and they'd get that little extra edge. But like I said, I just didn't want to be the guy to dump somebody, and I ended up being the guy getting dumped for it anyways. But it's not Jess's fault. I kind of wheel hopped there a little bit, and we kind of just met in the middle. So not his fault. Shout out to him for the win, by the way. We're talking, and he sounds like a great dude. So it just sucks. I don't know how many times, but I feel like I went from back to front to back to front a lot tonight, and I'm kind of mad at myself that I kind of threw the win away there, but at the same time, a lot of guys have worse races than me, so sometimes you got to take when you get them, and certainly could have been worse. So I'll take a top 10 after basically running bumper cars all race. But I felt pretty happy, honestly. Like in the points of the race, like I get spun out, I get mad, I would start hitting my marks, and I'd be back to where I was. And it's kind of fun going back through the field there. But it did get started getting a little old, getting spun out how many times. But it is what it is. We move on.
Well, Mike, won't keep you very long here because, oh, hell yeah. But first of all, I got to tell you, both of us finally got to work in the morning.
Hell yeah.
But, buddy, I will ask you this, and I'm only going to ask because I kind of asked Ben Knert a similar question, and you two both at the front. At one point, was tires ever going to be a concern before the yellow started raining upon the track? Like, were tires starting to become a factor in that first run?
I thought they were going to, and like I said, I was actually kind of worried when I got spun out. I thought I killed my rears, but I just got back into it and started running laps. And like I said, I think I made it back up to like 10th, and then caution came out, and then made it back up to like 5th. Caution came out, they were 3 wide for first in front of me, and I felt like I actually didn't do a bad job taking care of the tires. I mean, that last lap there, just trying to hold on to 10th, they felt awful, but I was pretty shocked with how well they held on and the amount of laps I was able to run at speed with them. Like, I think I actually set the fastest lap, and that was like 2 or 3 laps after I got spun out. So I was like, dang, these things still got some life in them. And I didn't check what they were, but I think maybe just because of how many laps we ran under yellow and the heat cycles didn't seem to hurt them, but like they didn't feel bad on restarts, and I'm pretty shocked with that.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job nonetheless tonight. Unfortunately, unlike in other leagues where I could already have the points updated, do not exactly know what the points are yet, but I have all lighties. A top 10 run, you'll definitely extend the gap to the cut line. I actually believe you're the only driver within the top 5 other than Peyton Boyle and Travis Farmer, now that I look at it, to finish ahead of the other ones. My last question before I let you head out of here. Does anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you for putting the broadcast on. Just want to thank Elijah and the admins for trying to put a good race on, and I know a lot of people were upset at each other tonight, and it's kind of a crapshoot, and a lot of people mad, but just want to thank them, especially for taking a lot of that from people. Just want to thank my teammates at Pristine Performance. I really hate it for Justin tonight. He was running good and staying out of trouble and gets taken out in a wreck. And like I said, the results are gonna show one day. He is bad fast, and when he gets up to the front and gets a good finish and gets that momentum, better watch out for him. Same thing with Josh. He didn't get to run any practice laps, and for not running practice laps, he finished top 15. Super proud of him. So proud of my boys at Pristine Performance. Once we get firing on all cylinders, it's game over for the field. So keep that up. And I just want to give a shout out again to Jess. Awesome job tonight, buddy. And
Good, buddy. A hell of a job tonight. Mike Hauser will come home 10th from Mexico City, as he'll look to try to take another win in Talladega, Alabama next week. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. The final results for tonight come as followed. We're actually going to run at the top of the screen different way. Jess Story, winner tonight. Trenton Jones, Ben Knert. Miguel Carrera with a hell of a night in the number 20 machine will come on 4th. Maxwell Tigner will come home 5th. This Louis Escardas Paint Bull, Travis Farmer, Clayton Davis keeps the top 10 streak alive. Mike Hauser comes home 10th. Jordan Herring, Jason Williams, the biggest mover of the night, will come home 12th. His son, Hayden S. Williams, behind him in 13th. Hotshot Henderson, Tom Mosley, Jeffrey Peppers, Kane Cannon, Thomas Hernandez, Jack Sadaway, Chris Lowe to the top 20. Robert Wilhoit, Elijah Fisher, Joe White, Justin Greenlee, Bobby Holloman, Sean Hamilton, Bobby Hadaway, Daniel Lehman rounds out the 28 car field for tonight. And with that being said, Appreciate everybody watching what was, honest to God, probably one of the most entertaining road courses I've seen ever. And this is coming from the guy that does not like road courses. Congratulations in order to Jess Story. He is your winner, and he is the first time winner in the Inspired Cup Series. I will see everybody next Monday night for Talladega. 94 laps. Hopefully won't be racing against the darkness again. It's going to be interesting. Don't want to miss it. Until then, take it easy. Have a good night. We'll see you next Monday.